Good Sunday morning on this 7th day of October 2012. This is Nana Beyond. I'm Andy Kaye. My guest for this segment is Blake Bradley. He's the vice president of Project 150, a nonprofit organization that helps homeless teenagers in the Valley. Good morning and welcome, Blake.
Good morning, Andy. Thanks for having us.
Always a pleasure. Give me the latest update on how things are going with Project 150.
Well, I just have to say they're going great. They're going absolutely wonderful.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I should say.
Oh, well, getting a response from the community?
Yeah, well, it's good in a way that we're very busy and very active. Of course, it's unfortunate that we have the kids that they're in the situation that they're in. But as far as Project 150 goes, we're now in 18 high schools. So in literally 9 months from when we started in December till now, we've got access into 18 high schools, and things are looking up in our world for sure.
For those who haven't heard of Project 150, give me a refresher course on what Project 150 does in the Valley.
Well, our main focus is providing the basic needs to homeless and displaced high school students. Our goal is to keep these kids in school, so provide them with the food, clothing, things they need, things they can't afford, things they might otherwise not have, to keep them in school so they can graduate, get a diploma, and move on with their life.
These are homeless teenagers that want to stay in school.
That's the beautiful part. I mean, there's no more motivation for us than to help some kids that want to stay in school. And with the graduation rate being what it is in Las Vegas, and then you realize there's kids out there that are literally couch surfing from friend's house to relative's house, and 10 people staying in one house, and these kids are still showing up at school every day. That's a big motivation for us to see what we can do to help these kids out and get them through.
What are some of the basic needs that you collect for the homeless teens?
The biggest thing we need right now for these kids tends to be food, snack items. Keep them. What we do is the schools that we're in, most of them have what they call a hope room. And it's staffed by the school. Sometimes it's staffed by other people's organizations, such as communities and schools, like, for instance, at Chaparral. This hope room is where kids know they can go, and if they didn't get a bite to eat that morning, or they didn't get a bite to eat for the night before, they can come into the hope room, grab a snack, grab an apple, grab some juice, and get on with their day. They can also come back and check in at the hope room and say, I need some clothes. I need some underwear. I need socks. I need a bra. And those are the things that we're trying to provide. It's our focus is the basic needs for these kids.
Those who would like to donate, a lot of people, kids and families, they grow older and grow out of their clothes. Well, how could they donate to Project 150?
Any one of the Harmony Homes location sales offices around town. If you go online, you go to harmonyhomes.com. Any one of the Harmony Homes offices will take clothing, and they will get them to us. We have a warehouse where we house the clothes, and then we, based on the needs of the certain schools, we'll go out and deliver those back to the schools. Another ways of donating back or giving back, though, is through our website.
Okay.
And you can find also the Harmony Homes locations there, project150lv.org. And there we have a PayPal account set up, too, if people wanted to do cash donations. We take in-kind, too. We've received a lot of food cards from local restaurants or local fast food places. And one of the things we try and do to stay out of is putting cash in anybody's hands. We want to deliver them the end product, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And so, especially with like a gift card where they can take it to a Burger King or a Carl's Jr., for example.
Yeah.
And use that.
What increment? $10? $5,
$10, anything's appreciated. I mean, we're not going to turn away anything, but it's. I mean, any more days, it's probably going to cost you $10 to get a decent restaurant or decent meal at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, I'm figuring $7-8. Come to a total for a healthy or for a good lunch as well, a filling lunch. All right, and clothing. We go to project150lv.org, the website. Different locations of Harmony Homes or drop-off sites. Does Project 150 have a drop-off site?
It's all the Harmony Homes locations.
Okay.
Yep. They've been very kind to us, very helpful for us, and we've actually established an office within their main headquarters where they've given us a little office to work out of. So that's kind of our home base for now. Oh, and one thing too, Andy, is we're literally, grassroots. We have no paid employees. We're all doing this. We all have day jobs, and this is all out of the kindness of our heart. And if anything, we could use too is more volunteers. We're up to probably about 60 volunteers that we have via our Facebook site. But Like every of the 18 schools I mentioned, where we have what we call an advocate that go or a advocate that's at the school that delivers clothing or delivers whatever they need, and so we have those are all volunteer people that work for us.
What are the qualifications in a volunteer that you're looking for?
Well,
Any age, certain age, 18, 15, or
we're
up,
looking
or
for adults. And
adults,
all of ours are at least 21 years of age.
Okay,
And speaking Spanish doesn't hurt.
Good.
But it's just somebody that wants to give back. And one of the things, Andy, that I've been involved with various charities over the past
Right.
10, 11 years, and this is the one that I had no affiliation with whatsoever before we started. And yet you see the results and you see what happens. You see the amount of people that thank you and that are appreciative, not only from the school, but from the kids themselves. And I think once a volunteer gets involved and starts seeing that firsthand, it changes everything. It really does.
I've had different representatives from Project 150 on this show, avid listeners of this program every Sunday morning. Hopefully recall you being on, and as I've heard your stories about your growth and what you're doing in the community to help these homeless teenagers, it's just such a pleasure to see that the progress is being made. Of course, this is such a huge issue in the Valley. It's not going to be solved overnight, but it's really a pleasure to see you making headway in helping so many children. How many homeless teens are there in the Valley? Is there a number?
Last year the school district reported there's about 5,000 homeless kids in the school district. And while they don't report the number of high school students directly to us, it is about 63. The number's up to 6,300 this year. So, and that's in the school district itself. So we don't have an exact number for each school, but we're figuring 1,500 kids at least. That are maybe even 2,000 that we're trying to help.
Yeah, and that number keeps going up. Well, this is the number could possibly keep rising. What about the homeless teen that might be hearing this program somehow get involved with Project 150, isn't aware of Project 150, who is a homeless teen but still attending school and hasn't quite heard about Project 150?
Well, one of the things we do is we try and stick and work through the school district.
Okay.
Because the privacy issues and all that, we try and not deal with the kids if at all possible. So my recommendation would be they go to their school advocate, go to their school, go to their counselor? And just say and let people know. And the number that I just mentioned, the 6,300, those are the kids that literally an envelope has gone out to the parents' house and it came back. So they know nobody's home anymore, but their kids are still in school. So they determine that to be homeless.
Yeah.
The number of 6,300 isn't people. It's really not the real number because it's only the people they know about.
Right.
So, like the person you just mentioned, I mean, he may not be registered at the school, but he's having a hard time, and he's not living at home. He's not living under his roof. He's living at somebody else's house, but he's not even in that number. So he's the one that needs to check in with his counselor and say, hey, I'm here. I need some help. And these schools have been absolutely wonderful when it comes to that.
That's great. That is great to hear. It's with all of the problems, the cutbacks the school district is having, but their still main focus is the children of the Valley, and be it the youngsters or the homeless teens that still, thank goodness for the Clark County School District,
Well, and that's just it. The people that we work with and see, and I wasn't sure how we would even have been, receptive in the very beginning, and they've welcomed us with open arms, all the way from Title I folks at the Clark County School District to the people within each school. It's all hands on deck, and everybody's here trying to make a difference.
In case you're just tuning in, my guest is Blake Bradley. He's the Vice President and Trustee for Project 150, nonprofit organizations that helps out homeless teenagers who are attending school but don't have a place to sleep when they leave school. And we're just raising awareness in the community about this growing problem here. Just the other day, I saw a teenager panhandling right here at Sahara and Durango. Now the panhandlers are getting younger. And it's not just around the Strip area or Flamingo and 15 where you see them on the different street corners. They're usually older. But now I'm seeing them on the street, and they're teenagers.
Yeah, they're in need. There's no question. I mean, and it's. I look back to when I was in school and the things that you'd worry about, things you'd wake up in the morning and worry about.
Yeah.
The things that these kids are waking up and worrying about weren't even on my radar, and it's still even hard for me to comprehend. But the beautiful part, as you first mentioned, I mean, these kids want to get a diploma and they want to stay in school, and that's our goal, and that's a lot of people's goal, and that's what we're working for.
These kids aren't drug addicts. They're not alcoholics. They're not pill poppers. These are kids who want an honest-to-goodness education to try and better themselves, but they're just having a hard time. Maybe things aren't good at home with the parents. It's a turbulent household, and sometimes you just got to say, I gotta go. And that's probably could be the root of a lot of these kids' situations.
Well, and one of the things too that we see is the kids, they don't have much at home, or their parents aren't being able to supply everything, and so they want to go out and get a job. So what do they do? They want to quit school so they can go out and get a job.
Right.
And so that's kind of our goal, is to see if we can keep them fed and keep them happy so that they're not suffering when they go home at night, and then they can stay in school. But it's a double-edged sword. They want to go out and work, but if they don't get the diploma, it's going to hurt them in the long run.
Right. Now, as we hear the first week of October is complete, and now it's coming into cooler weather, you're going to be looking for donations of jackets, etc.
Yeah, all anything and everything is appreciated.
Okay.
Any type of clothing item. We have proms coming up, and these kids are going to prom, and we're looking for prom dresses. We're looking for shoes for prom, for prom night.
That's right.
And those are the things that we try and lend back to the school, and then get them back, and then give them to another school. So those are certain things that we also try and do. We've got a program going on right now with that. So it's not it's not just it's a little bit of everything. One of the first things that when we first got started was this was back November a year ago, and Don Perdue, our president, who went down to Rancho High School because there was a news story on Channel 3 about 150 homeless kids, and he's like, there's no way. And he goes down there, and one of the first things he sees is a kid who's really sweating it with the counselor because he doesn't have enough money for a cap and gown, which was $40. Wow. But it was November, and he's worried about cap and gown and graduation in November. I mean, in May. But those were the things that he was sweating because he knew he wouldn't be able to come up with the money before then. So the little things in life that we're just trying to take care of in any way we can.
Well, hopefully the community, the generous community, will come out and support Project 150. Go to their website, project150lv.org. There you'll find out all the information you need to know on drop-off sites, or go to harmonyhomes.com is where you can drop off anything you want to donate. Looking for volunteers 21 years of age or older to help with these homeless teenagers. Anyone, fast food organization would like to help out with gift cards. RTC with bus passes, perhaps.
Exactly.
Blake?
Oh, that's an ongoing need, and it's amazing to me. One of the things that I've seen is that how many different organizations that we work with. Like, for example, at Chaparral High School, you've got Communities in Schools, you've got Help of Southern Nevada, you've got the school themselves, and they're all buying bus passes for one reason or another. Yeah. Chaparral has a great program in the fact that if they do issue bus passes, the kid must maintain a 70 C average, 70 average, plus he has to be at school. And they keep track of all that, and they won't give him a bus pass if any one of those fall off. So, and the bus pass is designed for him to come back and forth to school.
Well, there's the want for the education, so they'll continue to use those bus passes. If you, or say, anybody listening now that would happen to know of a homeless teenager, might be only know it between you and that person. This is, you can guide them to the school counselor so they can get involved with the Project 150 program and try and make things a little bit easier for those who are having a tough time.
It is, and it's an awareness thing too, within the kids at school themselves. Yeah. If they see somebody in trouble, it's not one of those things. It shouldn't be a shame to quietly mention to somebody, one of the counselors or your dean, that say, hey, so-and-so needs a little bit of help. You might want to look into it. It's just one of those things. It's for everybody to be aware.
Well, that's what this program's all about, to raise awareness within the community about the great things that Project 150 is doing, helping out homeless teenagers. And so once again, the website, project150lv.org. That's project150lv.org. You can give out a phone number here?
Sure, go ahead.
570-7214. That again, 570-7214. Also, you can go to harmonyhomes.com for drop-off locations and get all the information that we spoke about this morning. Thank you, Blake Bradley. That does it for this portion of Neon and Beyond. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Neon and Beyond. I'm your host, Andy Kaye. The second segment this morning, my guest is Jeff Gordon. He's the president and CEO of Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation, or NCCF. Welcome back, Jeff.
Well, good to see you always, Andy. Thanks for having me back.
Reason I have you back on, you've got another fundraiser going on, but you were just with Bike Fest a couple of weeks ago. And let me ask you how that went.
It went great. We sure appreciated the Bike Fest people, making us one of their charities, and we had a lot of fun out there. Lots of people out there. It was really crowded, and we had our booth. A lot of people stopped by and were donating like crazy to us, and it was just a real wonderful weekend. And Cashman Field was pretty busy, but we appreciate everybody that came out and supported that and supported us in that. The poker tournament went great. Which we got the proceeds off a lot of that. So it was just a fun weekend altogether. But we're sure appreciative of everybody for supporting us on that.
Now, Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation, people might get confused with the candlelighters for childhood cancer. What is the difference?
Well, the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation, we've been around for about 20 years. Candlelighters is a national organization. They do great work, and they cover the cancer population in many of the areas they do. The difference between the two, and we work closely with the Candlelighters on the cancer population here in Las Vegas, and work together with that. But what separates us from most other nonprofits here in the state of Nevada is the coverage that we have. Not just cancer, but we're like sickle cell, the hemophilia, the brain tumor, the HIV/AIDS, any blood-related diseases all come under the umbrella of our services. As a matter of fact, with sickle cell, we're the Nevada chapter for the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America. And so that's a big population that we serve. But all of the populations that we serve all get the same amount of services that our cancer population do. So that's kind of what separates us and makes us a little bit different in the community.
Okay. Now, coming up on October 20th, you have the Danny Gans Memorial Champions Run for Life event happening, hosted by Donny Osmond. Tell us about this. How you get involved and...
Well, I'll tell you, Eddie, this is a great event. We're going into our 18th year of the Danny Gans. This started out as our Champions Run for Life, which was a day, and still is, but it's gotten a little bigger, but it's a day to honor the children that we serve. And they will come out, and we have a special track, if you will, or a course for them in the park where they actually will do a victory lap. And Donny Osmond has been so amazing with this, and he will do a lap with every one of our kids. And he's out there for a couple of hours. But the reason it's called the Danny Gans Memorial Champions Run for Life is Danny was a good friend and a really good friend of the foundation. He did a lot in this community for so many that people don't realize, but he was a big supporter of the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. And so when he passed away, we just felt it was appropriate to always remember Danny, because he was always out at the Champions Run for Life, and he did so many things for us. And Donnie, being a good friend of Danny's, was just a natural. And when I went to Donnie and said, "Would you step in and do this?" there wasn't even a hesitation. He said, "I would love to do that." And so what the day comprises of is, and where the community can get involved, is it's a big fundraiser for us, because we have a 5K, a 1 mile fun run, and again, that's in Saturday, October 20th. But they can sign up just going online to active.com and putting the Champions Run for Life in there, and or they can call the office at 735-8434, and we can get them signed up. But there's our 5K is a very competitive one. It's one of the 4 World Series of 5Ks held here in Las Vegas.
Wow.
So there's the top 3 places for men and women are all paid to win that. So the winner gets $500, the second place a couple $100, and third place gets $150 in cash prizes. And so we get some real serious runners out there.
I bet.
We also get lots of corporations and companies. It's a great team building thing. Yeah. We have schools coming out, and whatever the kids get when they get pledges for running a mile or doing their mile fun run, we split that with the schools and help them have a fundraiser as well. So you're helping the schools as well as you come out to the Champions Run for Life. But the culminating event, Andy, and what's so special about this day is at 9:30 we all gather in the park. And we surround, the victory lap area, the course that the kids run, and we introduce those kids one by one, and talk about their courage as they're doing their laps. Some of them we push in wheelchairs, some of them we carry. Others that are doing well run like the wind and try to race Donnie, and the poor guy's sweating after this, I'll tell you. But it's a very special day, and we invite the entire community to come out and support these children. People say, well, we do these runs, we do that, but we never really see where the money's going. We don't really see the children. That's why we've combined this. So after the 5K, after that's done and the awards are given, we go right into our Champions Run for Life. And Donnie Osmond's there and is so gracious. And even if you want to meet Donnie, it's a great way, because he stays there, talks to everybody. Yeah, really a good guy. But so that's where we'd love to have the community come out. Discovery Park's up there in Henderson, right there next to the multi-gen, the big Henderson complex, and right down the road on Paseo Verde and just west of Green Valley Parkway. So it's a great day. Saturday, October 20th, and the 1 mile fun run starts at 7:30. The 5K is at 8. And you can register on active.com or call our offices at 735-8434, or you can register that morning. It opens at 6 o'clock. So you can come and register then too.
I see here you have 5K age group divisions.
We do.
You just whittle it down to everybody, so everybody's got a fair shot.
Well, it does, and I'll tell you, we go from 6 and under, and all the way up to 80 and above. So and we have people in all categories. So it's a big run. We had thousands of people out there in these past years, and it's a great day. The park is full of vendors, a lot of free food out there. It's also, we got the big jumpy toys and the big slides and everything, so plenty to do for the kids. And most importantly, you can come out and not only run in the 5K, but then see where the dollars are going as we honor our kids. And all the mascots are in town, are out there. Treasure Island Pirates and Sirens come out every year. I just love them. They just make it so great. Cosmo from the 51s, Pit Boss from the Speedway. We got Dunkin' Donuts out there feeding everybody with sprinkles, and also Cuppy, their mascots. And the kids get to choose who they do their victory lap with.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
So we got even Bishop Gorman's jumping in with their cheerleaders out there, and our UNLV women's softball team will all be out there. It's a great event, Andy.
This is Jeff Gordon, President and CEO of the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation, talking about the upcoming Danny Gans Memorial Champions Run for Life. Will be hosted this year by Donnie Osmond. That's coming up October 20th at Discovery Park. You can register online at active.com, or you can call 735-8434. To get more information on how you can register. Not only have the 5K age group divisions, you have first place, second place, and third place male and female 5K finishers with cash prizes, but you also have awards for largest team and awards 5 deep in all divisions, and of course the entertainment, the T-shirts, the goodie bags, and good old-fashioned family fun. Where you can get your co-workers involved to get the largest team, cheerleaders to cheer on your co-workers, what have you, and the 5 deep. How does that work? Divisions.
Well, the divisions, it's just we like to give everybody an opportunity to win, to place, to do something.
Oh, cool.
And that's why we have that.
I
and
see.
Tim Kelly, who is our race director, has probably been directing these races around here with the Las Vegas Running Company for forever.
Yeah.
He's great. He has everything so organized, and we appreciate him and for his devotion and his passion to what we're doing. And he's really been great. And it's just, as we go through this, Andy, it's just a wonderful way to raise money for the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation, but also, and maybe even more importantly, to honor the children that we serve and get to meet some of those children. And I learn from them every day. They remind us what courage is. They remind us, how to live with illnesses and with dignity. And they're amazing young people. And you get an opportunity to meet them and cheer them on as they go around their victory lap, to give them a high five and to, and the smiles on their faces, because they are that star for a moment. And they really are our stars and our heroes. So we're just really looking forward to it, and just really want the community to come out and be a part of it.
Well, hopefully they will. And, we mentioned the 5K age group divisions. It's starting from 6 and under to 80 and above, but all the elementary school age kids will receive a finishing medal.
Yes, they all will get medals, and it's fun to see those kids as they come across the finish line. They get the women's UNLV softball team will be down there putting medals around them and giving them high fives and that. So everybody's a winner that day, and we love it, and it's just a incredible activity. So
try and get your office workers together, or your Fit Club members together, or whatever group you have you're involved in. Tell them all about this. Coming up, the Danny Gans Memorial Champions Run for Life event happening October 20th out at Discovery Park, 2011 Paseo Verde Parkway in Henderson. And you've got the city of Henderson involved with your Red Rock Running Company helping you out, Findlay Toyota, just to name a few of the fine sponsors involved.
Yes.
And this is something that, would you say this is your 18th or 20th?
This is our 18th Champions Run for Life, and another great sponsor that we have is Penta Building Company, who's always there for us. So it's just, there's a lot of sponsors. I hate to start naming them all because I don't want to leave anybody out, but, we are very blessed in this community, Andy, to have so many people behind the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. And, as we serve these children and these families, and even the adults now with the addition of the Caring Place, who is now under our umbrella, we were able to be that one-stop call where families get this diagnosis, and all of a sudden their world is turned upside down. And they can come to the foundation, and we can handle all their financial and emotional, educational, and psychological needs. And we're proud to be able to do that. But we need the community's help, and a great way to help us is come out for the Champions Run for Life. It's one of our biggest fundraisers.
Start out there and come get to know the folks. You get to know you and everyone else involved with the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation.
Would be great.
Folks at the Caring Place will be out there. Another great organization.
Absolutely.
Very close to the Lotus family as well.
Absolutely.
And so try and get involved in that. Well, Jeff Gordon, President and CEO of the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. Once again, the event is October 20th.
Yes.
Go ahead and run it all down for us, how we get everybody involved.
Okay, the Danny Gans Memorial Champions Run for Life, hosted by Donnie Osmond, October 20th. That's a Saturday. Be held at Discovery Park. Address there is 2011 Paseo Verde Parkway. A couple of ways to get involved. If you want to sign up to run in the runs, just go to active.com. Very easy, and you can sign up right there. And it's just a great way to raise money for these kids and the families and the adults that we serve. And come out and meet Donnie Osmond.
Yeah.
He's so gracious, and he'll take pictures and everything. And he's just he's amazing and a lot of fun to be with, and to see him with these kids and the smiles they put on their faces. But you can also always get a hold of us and get on through our website at the nvccf.org. So again, our website is www.nvccf.org, or you can call us at the office at 735-8434, and come on out on Saturday, October 20th to the Paseo Verde Park, or the Discovery Park on Paseo Verde, and join with us in the Danny Gans Memorial Champions Run for Life, hosted by Donnie Osmond.
All right, good luck to you in that event. We look forward to talking to you again.
Always good to be here, Andy. Thank you.
Jeff Gordon, President and CEO of Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. I got about a minute left, Jeff.
Awesome.
I want to throw this out here
Okay.
because next Saturday, the 13th, I will be going over the edge for Special Olympics, rappelling
wonderful.
down the facade of Planet Hollywood, and I need to raise $1,000. So I haven't said anything to anyone, but this is the last week
let's
to
get
raise
it out
money.
there now.
And I'm about a quarter of the way in.
Oh, good for you.
And if anybody wants to help me out, it's tax deductible. You can go to Comp's homepage, KOMP.com. It'll be right there. You'll see a picture of me throwing a baseball in a 51s jersey, and you can donate online, or you can print out a donation sheet and and try and help me raise some money for Special Olympics. And I'll tell you, I'm afraid of heights, so I've never done this before.
That makes it even more special.
Yeah, and I think people want to donate, have been donating just to see me do this.
That is great, Andy.
So,
and what a great organization too. The kids need you on that too. So another great charity in town.
Yes, absolutely.
Help Andy out.
Thank you, Jeff. That's KOMP.com, and look for me to throw me over the edge. That does it for this week's edition of Neon and Beyond. I'm Andy Kaye, and as always, thanks for listening.